Hello team, welcome back to the GatHouseFitness channel. Today I will be going over the New Year's cleanse, holiday cleanse. I think this is the second or third cleanse video I have put up. So I'm just going to go over the details for those that want to try to either detox from the holidays or maybe jumpstart a weight loss regimen. Or just get back into routine. Maybe everyone isn't losing weight, maybe you just need to get back into what you were doing before. Either way, it will help lots of people. So what I'm suggesting is a 21-day cleanse. It takes 21 days to start new habits. So whether you are starting from scratch or jumping back in, whatever the case may be, to get rid of the things you've been doing for the past 90 days, 60 to 90 days, depending on what holidays you celebrate. This will be the thing to kind of reset you and get you back where you need to be. So you can customize this cleanse to your personal needs, your own special diet. Some people are on medication, some people have religious restrictions, some people are vegan or vegetarian, your lifestyle or your fitness level. So basically this isn't a end-all be-all. Take this and use it as suggestions, either fully or just use it like, hey, that would be really good for me to implement, or maybe, you know, that's not so much for me. So to start off, of course, we need to go over the things that you need to eliminate for your cleanse. And this part, I would pretty much say everyone needs to do. Like I said, I ain't nobody's mama. So do you, but to get the most out of it, you definitely need to put the most into it. So you're going to get out what you put in, and you of course need to be consistent. So whatever you decide you're going to do, whether it is a progressive implementation or this is what I'm going to do for the 21 days, whatever it is, you need to be consistent and stick with it. Okay, alright, so no alcohol. You probably had plenty on New Year's. Well, this is going to be posted before New Year's, but just thinking to your 2019 self, you had plenty. No fried foods, no desserts or candies, no beef or pork, and no dairy. I didn't say no meat. I know everyone is not vegan. I just said no beef or pork. There's other meat. Eat something else. Alright, so the other things you want to implement: increase your activity level. So if you are already working out, either add a day or increase what you're doing. Meaning if you've been working out for 30 minutes, maybe add 10 minutes. If you haven't been doing any cardio, start some cardio. If you've been doing cardio, maybe do a different type of cardio. If you've been doing slow cardio, maybe do HIIT cardio. If you haven't lifted weights before, maybe start lifting weights. If you're going from the couch to doing something, then that in itself is your activity increase. So evaluate your own situation and figure out what you need to do to increase your activity level. And it always doesn't have to be a workout or going to the gym or popping in a workout DVD or doing a YouTube exercise. It can be that if every weekend from Friday night to Monday morning you sit on the couch, maybe you go for a hike on the weekend. So like I said, evaluate your own situation and customize this for yourself. In the end, we would want this to be some things that you sustain after the cleanse. So just start looking at ways to change your lifestyle overall. So increase your activity level, increase your water intake. If you already drink a lot of water, maybe add one more glass. If you're already if you're not drinking water, sorry, of course, just start. Everyone cannot drink a gallon of water, and if you're not drinking that much water at all, going from no water to a gallon is a lot. So do incremental increases, but you definitely want to increase your water intake because the water is what's going to help detoxify your body. Increase your whole veggies. So by whole veggies, I don't mean that you have to go to the produce section and buy all fresh veggies. In some places that is very expensive. You can buy frozen veggies, but don't buy the frozen veggies that are in butter sauce and cheese sauce. Like, let's be real here. So whole veggies. So just fresh broccoli, fresh frozen broccoli, or fresh frozen corn or snap peas. You can buy canned veggies. Same thing though, you want it to be in water. You don't want it to be like baked beans. That's basically beans in sugar. So just be real with yourself. Increase your whole fruit intake. Again, I'm not talking about dried fruit that has basically been in a sugar glaze. I'm not talking about fruit that is in a syrup in a can. There is fruit in a can that's in water. Get that. Get frozen fruit. You don't have to go broke doing this, and you don't have to be a billionaire, because I damn sure ain't. And I'm doing it. So just be smart. Don't pre-talk yourself out of what you can do just because you have these preconceived notions. Also, eat whole grain. So while we are decreasing things like dessert and candies, you still need carbs. So you need your like rice and oats and stuff like that. If you want to eat bread, eat a whole wheat bread or a non-leavened bread like Ezekiel bread or something like that. You want to eat the things that take the body a while to break down, like a complex carb, not a simple carb. So a piece of whole wheat bread is a little different than a cookie. So people are like, I'm going no carb. Well, your body needs carbs to run, which is why people on no carb are very angry. So you can't say that a cookie and a piece of, you know, whole grain bread or a bowl of oats is the same thing. It's not. Fruit is also a carb. So most people, when they say they're doing no carb, they just mean like potatoes and cookies. And again, a sweet potato, like if you just bake a sweet potato and eat it, what's wrong with that? It's different than when you slice it up, batter it, and fry it. That's two different things. So eat whole grain. You do not have to be a vegetarian or a vegan to do this cleanse. You also don't have to be either of those things to lose weight. I lost 100 pounds as a pure meat eater, so I'm not suggesting that. If you want to eat meat, what I am suggesting is eat poultry, so chicken and turkey. I know people eat quail and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, eat birds and seafood. I prefer you not eat either, but I mean, do you? And when you cook your food, bake it, broil it, steam it, pan sear it. We're not deep frying it. If you are going to do your veggies, don't take a whole thing of olive oil and start drenching it in olive oil, because like a teaspoon of olive oil is like 100 some calories. So you don't want to take one thing out and replace it with something else, because that defeats the purpose. You also can use non-stick spray. So say when I like, messed that whole sentence up. Say when I roast my veggies, because I prefer roasted veggies to like boiled and stuff like that. So I will put them in the oven to get them crispy and to get that kind of char on them. I just spray them with non-stick spray. So I put them on parchment paper. I spray them with non-stick spray, which is 0 calories, 0 fat, and it's enough oil to do the trick. So do things like that. If you are going to pan sear, use a teaspoon of oil or less. And of course, you definitely don't want to be using butter. So, all right, other things to implement. Log your food and review it. If you have some kind of food aversion that might not be for you, and I mean those that are like triggered by calories, maybe those that have like anorexia or bulimia or binge eating or restricting, something like that, probably don't do that. And you might not need to do a cleanse unless you're under observation of the person who diagnosed you, so note that as well. But anyways, for all others, log your food in something like MyFitnessPal, Chronometer. There's a bunch of them. One, so you can ensure that you're not like restricting your calories unknowingly. So a lot of people, when they do a cleanse, they take their calories down way too far and you're not getting enough food. And then others, when they start doing their food swaps and you're not seeing results, is because the things you're swapping them for really aren't as good as you think they are. So log them and review them. So in all the apps, when you log them, they'll have a either a pie chart or a bar graph or something that'll show you how much protein, fat, and carbs each of the foods are. Some of them also do it by meal, and then some of them also do it by day, and they might do it by all three. So just review it so you know, 1, how many calories you're getting, and 2, what those calories are composed of. Another thing, start to read your food Start to read your food labels. So some things people assume are quote-unquote healthy, but they actually are really high in fat, sugar, or salt. So usually when companies take one thing out, they add something else. So if you're getting a prepackaged food, whether it's a salad dressing or a boxed meal, a frozen dinner, anything like that, read it just to make sure it's really what you think it is, because they're not under any law to make things be a certain way just because they stamp it healthy or low fat or low sugar, because it can be low in sugar, yes, but it could now be high in sodium, or it could be healthy, but to whom? Like, there's no law to say that just because I stamp this healthy or nutritious or whatever, that it fits a certain thing. Okay, so next, maybe find an accountability partner. So maybe a spouse, lover, co-worker, best friend, brother, sister, college roommate, somebody that maybe can help hold you accountable. Not all people need that, but some people do. You can email me if you need one. Yeah. Also, if you are going to eat meat, maybe try implementing a meatless Monday. So 21 days is just 3 weeks, so that's only 3 days of no meat. 1, you'll find other ways to create food options for yourself, and 2, it'll allow you to use your calories on something else. So it just opens up doors for you. It's not as hard as you think, believe me. I do have a Meatless Monday, I was gonna say movie, video up. I'll link that below if you want to see that. I can't remember what all I detailed in there, but I think there is a link to a website that has meatless options. Anyways, if you are able to, also try fasting. So this can be different for different people. Some people like to say on Sunday don't eat till dinner time, and then the rest of the days they eat normally. Some people like to intermittent fast every day. So I myself, I usually don't eat until afternoon time, and it's usually around 2. So I don't eat breakfast, I don't really eat lunch. I eat a late lunch, I guess you would say, and it's bigger than a normal lunch would be, and then I eat a small dinner, and I may have a snack. So I technically have a really big lunch, a small dinner, and some snacks. So just see what may work for you. That's not for everyone, and some people who are on different medications can't do fasting because you have to take certain meds with certain foods. Some people have broke their medication guidelines and done it anyway for those that were trying to get off medications and all that kind of thing. But that is something that you discuss with your doctor, because I didn't go get a PhD, and I don't know what medication you on, and I don't know its interactions, and you're not gonna die on me. You go talk to them. And then also, excuse me, you can also try to add a cleansing mineral or supplement to your regimen. So those would be things like diatomaceous earth, or Oregon or oregano oil, or black seed oil. You can Google those things and see if that is something that you would be interested in. I can also do a video on those type things as well. I'm still on a couple of them, but I have done all of those things. And then there is a video I put up last year called Beat the Bulge, and it is linked to a blog post I recall, I think. So I'll link that below, and the blog post is on my website. And I think that is all to kind of set you up for what you need to do this cleanse. I will write everything down. I'll either have it in the description or I'll have a link to my website. Sometimes it's easier to write it out on the website than it is in the description box. But just the simple cut and dry is you want to cut out your alcohol, your fried foods, your sweets, your dairy, your beef and your pork. If you want to just do the bare minimum, it's that. Then you want to increase your activity, your water, your whole fruits, your whole veggies, and your whole grains. Okay? And then when you cook your food, you want to do low to no oil or non-stick spray. Bake it, broil it, steam it, or pan sear it. And then you want to start logging your food, read your food labels, and find an accountability partner. Then the little caveats you can add is trying fasting, Meatless Monday, and adding cleansing supplements. So that's the cut and dry of the whole thing. Alright? So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Send me an email. There's also a place on my website on my website called Send a Smoke Signal. So if you are in need, send me a smoke signal. And for those who do need an accountability partner and maybe you can't find one, or you just feel weird asking someone, or maybe you're one of those people that don't like people in your business, because I'm one of those people. I was serious about helping people have an accountability partner for this New Year's cleanse. So if you want to do that, you can also shoot me an email for that as well, and we can do that via email for the 21 days of your cleanse. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, leave me questions below. I hope you're also enjoying Vlogmas if you're watching this during the Vlogmas period. And that's it. Thank you guys. Peace out.